very cautious earlier today or not.
Is the camera on?
The camera is on.
Oh, slay.
Hi, Amber.
Hey, Jaden.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's your question?
How would you define failure?
Personally, I just don't think of failure anymore. I used to think I failed at a lot of things because my standards were so high for myself. And then that led me to be like even more miserable than I already was. Instead of doing that, I kind of just reshaped my own worldview and just kind of stopped caring about any societal standards of anything at all.
What is the criteria for failure for you? Like, if you were to do something, how would you be like, oh, I failed or I succeeded?
For me, the only way for me to feel like if I succeeded in something was if I beat someone else who I perceived higher than me. So if there was like...
So it was all just external?
It was very external, yeah. But then I realized that was really stupid because in general, no offense, actually full offense, people are stupid, including myself. Literally, why are you trying to be like someone else?
Exactly.
So instead, I just focused on myself. So now for me to feel like I succeed, it's just like, if I'm happy with the work that I put in, I feel like I succeeded.
Right. It's like there's always going to be people that are better than you, and there's always going to be people that are worse than you. And like the terms better and worse are completely subjective too. Exactly. You know, better and worse are very black and white terms to think in, first of all. And second of all, you obviously shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people. So it's like...
Exactly. And for me, it was just like the idea of viewing my self-worth through someone else's eyes just felt very demeaning after a while. And it was like I didn't even value my own thoughts anymore. Like I wasn't my own person. It's not a failure, it's a learning experience. I just don't let myself think in black and white terms anymore. Because I also think that's stupid.
Yeah.
Thinking that's stupid is kind of a black and white term, but you know, ignore that.
It's okay, it helps.
Instead of thinking about it as failure, you can just think about it as something you didn't do.
Interesting.
Or just something that you can learn from. Okay, take for example this year in calculus. There were some tests that like if you look at it like from a grade perspective, yes, I did fail the test. However, in my eyes, I didn't view it as failure. It was just like, oh man, that was shit. And it was like, okay, I'm just gonna study more and hopefully this doesn't happen again. It's not a reflection of your self-worth. It's literally that I don't understand this material and I want to.
Right. Like you can't change the event that happened, but you can change how you react to it.
Exactly.
And that's the most important part, and that's literally what you described with redefining failure, which I think is so important.
Yeah. You can have your own worldview however you want in your head, where things matter or don't matter. But in the end, people are just already going to have their opinions of what you do and what you don't do. In the past, if someone didn't like me, I would take that as a reflect on myself and think that like, oh, okay, I failed at meeting this person's expectations, or I failed at keeping this friendship alive. But then it was like,
how much does that matter to me?
I think like one of the biggest wake-up calls for that was when COVID happened and I realized that I didn't miss anything or anyone. So it was like, I need to reshape my values, which is, I think, one of the biggest things that helps with redefining your failure. It's like, what is
reshaping your what actually matters to you.
What is actually important to you? Are you just going along with what society and other people are telling you?
Yeah.
Or is this actually important to you? And I think that's just a really great way to help understand who you are and what you care about and just like knowing where you want to go in life.
Okay. Well, thank you, Amber.
You're so welcome.
And this was very fun.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye. Yeah. I was expecting... Thank you for keeping it short.